The Department of Gender and Social Protection has established Community Parent Network Advocacy Group to help deal with the surge in teenage pregnancies in the Central Region. The region recorded more than 10,000 teenage pregnancy cases, placing third in the national statistics of adolescent pregnancies. The establishment of the Community Parent Network Advocacy Group is to galvanize the support of parents and community folk to help fight the menace. Central Regional Director of the Department of Gender and Social Protection, Mama Awuchu Ajagba II, known in private life as Rich Love Amamu, spells out the interventions that have been put in place to deal with the issue of teenage pregnancy.
COPNAG was established when there was after a research done by a child protection baseline in the Central Region by UNICEF and Department of Gender. They realized parental neglect is very high in the Central Region. They realized single parenting is also very high in the Central Region. So we thought of it, the department thought of it and said, no, we have to do something about it. We know when children are being neglected, it results into so many things. So the department decided to establish these groups in the various communities in the Central Region. That is called COPNAG, Community Parent Network Advocacy Group. We think there is a need for parents to be empowered with this knowledge so that they can also help their children in their various communities and the members of the communities. Since I took over, I was able to visit about 15 communities in the Central Region in my first quarter activities. Well, going around the communities, I've also realized cohabitation is very high. And why cohabitation? It's because children are being neglected. They take care of themselves. So when they get pregnant, they move in to live with the men that impregnated them. And also some parents themselves push the children out of home to go and live with the men, simply because they think they don't have the money to take care of them. So that is why they do that. A lot of these things are affecting the girl child. They are dropping out of school. A lot of girls are out of school because of parental neglect. Recent findings, we've realized that Central Region is third on the list. The regional breakdown for adolescent pregnancy, Central Region is third on the list. And if we are third on the list, meaning adolescent pregnancy is very high here. We have recorded over 10,000, about 10,301 cases of adolescent pregnancy, which is a bad news for the region. It is our mandate to protect every child. It is our mandate to protect women and girls. It is our mandate to make sure we reduce adolescent pregnancy or control it in the Central Region. We have decided to train community parents or opinion leaders. With the Men and Boys Advocacy Club, we are also educating the boys, because everybody is saying it's only why the girls, always the girls, but we don't involve boys. But Department of Gender is looking at all areas. So we are also educating the boys, sensitizing them on some of these issues, because they are also ignorant of the law. When there is maybe defilement or rape, the boys are always the culprits or the men, and always the girls are the victims or the women. So we think we have to work on the men and boys as well. That is why we have established these clubs in the various communities as well. That is the MBAC, Men and Boys Advocacy Club. We have that as well. I've also visited about 10 communities that have men and boys. We are still working on this issue by going to the radio stations. We go to the radio stations. The last time we were at Abra Market. I've been to Koto Cramble Market to educate adolescent girls hawkers. I went there to sensitize these girls. I went to Ahumakobwa. What the girls said, they said they are into early sex because of parental neglect. Parents are not ready to provide their basic needs. Based on that, the children are into early sex. And also, Christians don't want to accept the fact that their children are also involved in early sex so that they can educate their children. They also think because they are always in the church, their children are holy, they don't do that, they don't involve themselves in early sex. And we are also telling parents to be careful about that, because these children are also involved in unsafe abortion, because their parents have so much confidence in them, don't believe their parents will never accept the fact that they are into early sex. They make sure when they are pregnant, they abort it through unsafe means. So these are also issues affecting the region, and we are working on it. I think the regional minister is so passionate about girl-child education, so she's also helping in her own way. But this whole program is sponsored by UNFPA and organized by the Department of Gender under the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection. I am ready to work with the traditional authorities so that they can support to achieve our goal. We want to achieve something. By the end of this year, we want this thing to reduce dramatically.
Regional Director of the Commission for Human Rights and Administrative Justice, Theophilus Tetetuwo, says they are putting in place strategies for victims of defilement and rape to speak for justice to be served.
Statistics show that cases that are received at church, social welfare, DOPSU, and family tribunal, majority is about child neglect or non-maintenance of children. And this has forced most of our ladies into having sex with men, some as low as 1 cedi, when we met some of the children. But after some time, we realized that pressure is also coming from their parents because they are not taking care of them. So gender introduced the parents. They later realized that it's the boys or the men who are impregnating them. So we must also bring them. We realized the parents alone were not able to take care of the children. We realized that the family heads were very instrumental in when it comes to family issues, whether it's a festival or a funeral or whatever. The Bushapini has a large audience, so we also included them. And so far we have been to a lot of communities, and the response is good now. People are becoming aware. Some of the children are becoming ambassadors now. So the children go to the schools and they now propagate whatever they have learned. So now it's like a trainer of trainees program. We have the mandate, constitutional mandate, to protect the rights of all children. With Department of Children and Social Welfare, we are pushing forward. And we in our own way, we also go to the schools to educate them about their rights and responsibility as well. We also teach them about sexual offenses. Then we teach them how to report. For instance, if it's happening in their homes, let's say step brothers or stepsisters are doing to them, we will tell that they should report to their parents. If the parents that are abusing them, they should report to the teachers. If the teachers are the one doing it, they should report to the head teacher. If the head teacher, they should come to Shad to go to the police. And this strategy is helping. So it's letting the children now come out to speak. For last 2 years, it was rampant at the Asin area. So we quickly elected the strategy director there, that they should also find a way to engage them there. And by educating them, one, you empower the people to know more. You equip the victims now not to be victims, but to people that will report. Because these things doesn't happen in a day. The person will harass you before maybe it gets to getting the penetration or whatever. So we are doing all this in partnership with the Department of Gender, so that we can be able to reduce it very drastically. We'll thank them for the support, and we'll ask that you should include other communities that are not being captured. Definitely, the communities are many, but we'll ask that we should still go on running the program And as we are moving on, we'll be able to catch up with the others. Then those that we started with too, there should be a way to once a while monitor what they are also doing. Otherwise, they will also become staying.
Chief of Asan Hasozi, Nana Kwekwama, also indicated he and his elders will do all they can to ensure that the advocacy group by the Department of Gender succeeds. He further intimated he would lead the way by going around the various communities to educate them on the effects of teenage pregnancy. I was informed that there was an advocacy group championed by the UNFPA and the Department of Gender and Social Protection. This group, I was told, seeks to educate teenage mothers. When I heard it, I said I should make myself available and also participate. Children that are not 18 years but get pregnant, when you meet them and you ask their parents, they tell you it's hardship and poverty that make them give themselves to men. This group would be an eye-opener and help educate them. I will serve as a contact to other chiefs and also seek their support.
Asan Chiefs Association, I'm a chairman.
I'm the chairman of the Asin Chiefs Association, and insofar as I'm the chairman, I would help bring all of them on board.
Community.
A member of the Community Parent Network Advocacy Group at Asen Asaman Kese, Ebusuapeni Kranting, underscored the importance of the advocacy group. He says the group would help reduce the rate of teenage pregnancy in the various communities across the region.
I'm joining the COPNAG Association Central Region, and my district department office is Asen South constituency. Now I'm the chairman of the COPNAG member at Asen Asaman Kese. Now we have get a lot of inconvenience through the community because the children and the young guys or the adolescent ages are facing a lot of problems about the giving birth. But now, through the COPNAG Association, we are successful. Now I can confirm that those challenges has been calmed down, and we have a lot of people joining the COPNAG Association because they have given us good advice, and the majority of the community has become and joined. So now we are grateful to the association. Through the COPNAG, we have taught a lot of people to change their mind from the sexual abuse. Today, I can confirm that we have a student among of the COPNAG continuing their tertiary education, SHS education, and JHS. So now, through the COPNAG, a lot of people have been changed in our community. We need the UNFPA executives all to come and help us a lot of things because some of them are worried. As at now, the challenges have been calmed down, so we need more equipment to help those who are giving birth in the assistance.
Some queen mothers called for support for teenage mothers.
Yamana yewom ne ani ahemfo ne koyeko ne yaka bom na yaboa mofra no ne so de ebesua ha ne de akyerɛkyerɛ wo mo se de ebeya anyinsen mprewanyinsen sebe so wonyim mpo a mpofulu mpo a akola ne yentan nani ne yebehwe no ne agye abofra ma na toa ne sukuu so amada cha akola no so wanye sansani anase wanye blefo yesua ne ma bebra yade ko yenkurom akokyerɛkyerɛ yemma eni yenuano.
Assistant Director with the Central Regional Coordinating Council, David Alampintel, thanked the UNFPA for supporting the Regional Coordinating Council to deal with the issue of teenage pregnancy in the region.
I would like to use this opportunity to thank UNFPA for supporting Central Regional Coordinating Council to fight against teenage pregnancy, maternal mortality, and then a campaign for family planning to increase acceptance rates in the region.
It is the belief of the Department of Gender and Social Protection that this intervention, plus many others that the department is pursuing, would go a long way to help deal with the issue.